this is Dr. Jasmina for Wellness TV News, and we have exciting guest today, Ben Chai, Doctor Who of Business. So happy that you're here with us today, and can't wait to hear and learn more about your journey. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here as well. Thank you so much.
Could you tell us a bit more about your journey as a property investor, as high-tech business owner, and as a man of so many talents, igniting light and sharing your incredible talent?
Thank you for all those great things. I don't think I'm going to get out of the door. My head will be so big. So a lot of my journey is already shared in some of the TED Talks I've given on social magnetism, and another one on courage and cowardice, and how cowardice is sometimes a good thing for people. So I won't go into that, but if I take it from probably in my formation years in business, that would probably be a great place to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I graduated, I had a terrible degree. It was a rubbish one. In fact, they should have thrown me out, really. And I was sleeping on a friend's floor with a lot of other people. Cycling to work 10 miles and back, I just managed to get a job, and I thought, this is a rubbish life. I mean, like, what am I going to do if I ask a girl out, say, and invite her to my place? I'll say, hey, come and sleep with 6 other people on the ground or something. So I thought, I really have to get myself out of this rubbish. And when I was in this workplace, all I did was study. And I studied all the tech they had. And I also, in those days, we had these things called cassettes, right? Yeah. We probably shouldn't talk about cassettes because I look so young and people are thinking, wow, such a young guy. We had these cassettes, and you had them on 30 days sale or return, right? So I listened to them on 30 days sale or return, and I pirated every one of them and I returned it back. Yes, I know, it was a terrible thing for me, but I never had any money. You know, in those days I could buy porridge and cornflakes.
Amazing.
Which is what I
very nutritious.
Thank you. Thank you. So I had porridge for lunch and cornflakes for dinner, right? And that was it. And occasionally, just for a treat, I had pot noodles, which probably isn't so
that's
nutritious.
a luxury. That's
I know.
really a
And
luxury.
I had pot noodle angry if one of the guys I was sleeping in the room with, stole one of my pot noodles, because I used to buy them packs because you can get them cheaper, right? So that was my start. And I think it was because of all the education I was learning, the cassettes that I would listen to whenever I had time, the learning in the evening, that really helped raise my internal level of understanding of the world. Business. At university, I became a Christian, and I read this book, this crazy book called the Bible, and I've read it about 7 or 8 times. And I found out that people on the stages, the preachers, were talking rubbish compared to what's in the words. It teaches you so much about business and relationships and connecting and so on. So that, combined with the cassettes and the tech learning, really laid the foundation for me to be where I am today.
You put emphasis on abundant thinking versus positive thinking. Could you please share a bit more about that? What is your view? What is the main difference?
Yes, a lot of people are really promoting positive thinking. And for me, when I'm dealing with these positive thinkers, I feel I want to throw up sometimes, because I don't think they're not being real. Their mothers just died, right? And they're thinking, I've got to think positive about this. And inside they're crying. And I think people should just go through feeling the emotions that they have rather than become repressed. A very close relative of mine, a very huge positive thinker, used to tell me, I have no regrets, no regrets. And today, he's so full of regrets. Really, he was a very generous person, but the people he was being generous to were the wrong people and would end up betraying him. So for me, abundant thinking allows you to feel what you're feeling and then move on. Just take, for the example, a bereavement, right? And I think it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel upset and sad. And in abundant thinking, you think, okay, this is something I'm going to go through. But perhaps I will give myself a set time. Yeah, maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, depending on your personality. But after that, I will pick myself up and I will get on and I will be the amazing person that I normally am. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of obviously crossovers with positive thinking and abundant thinking. But I think abundant thinking allows you to think, we're going to have challenges in life. People are going to betray us. People are going to hurt us. Close people we're going to lose along the journey. It's okay for us to feel upset and sad.
As long as we don't stay there.
As long as you're correct. Correct. As long as you don't stay there. And with abundant thinking, I don't know if you've heard of this phrase, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So whatever career you've chosen, you will move somewhere and then something will happen. And that's abundant thinking. Abundant thinking says, overall, I will have great friends. But I will have some bad friends somewhere along the way. But overall, I will have 3 good friends for every 1 bad friend, or 4 great friends. Or overall, perhaps you're in the film industry, I will have 1 great film and 3 bad ones, but the great one has made me more money than the 3 bad ones where I lost money and look bad on it. So this is the whole concept of abundant thinking. It accepts those call them negative, because I don't think anything's positive or negative actually. I think it's just is.
It's just the way we perceive positivity and negativity, and then how we respond towards those emotions. But thank you so much for sharing it with you. That's very, very profound.
I think there's someone when I watched your broadcasts, are very similar to you, a guy called Wayne Dyer. I don't know if you know him.
Yes, of course.
And he used to, and I learned a lot from, remember those cassettes I used to listen to? By the way, I paid for all of them when I became abundant in finance, so I paid for all of those, but in those days I was naughty. And he would say, if he'd written a book or he'd given a talk, that he would have letters saying how wonderful you are, Wayne, you're amazing. And he'd have a few that says that was the worst thing ever. And he would put them both aside and say, both of them are false. Only I knew how I was at the time, whether I gave everything. I personally have spoken in 70 plus countries, and it's funny, when I feel I've given a bad talk, I've had loads of people say, that really helps me. I'm thinking, no, I don't feel I gave you everything. So that's why I look at, if you like, positive or negative, that's what they call it. And I just think, what can I learn from it, whether it was positive or negative, but don't assign any emotion to it.
Being a TEDx speaker and somebody who has achieved success from eating porridge and cornflakes and listening cassettes, which is absolutely incredible and inspirational. So having had that experience from a complete poverty to achieving such a success, what would be your advice to entrepreneurs and to business owners, how to tap into that abundance mindset and have the willpower to achieve their goals?
Okay, so with abundant thinking, patience is really, really important. It takes 5 to 7 years to get good at your craft. And at the moment, so many people are trying to fast track it. They're trying to say, if I'm on stage, if I have a coaching business, and they don't even know how to coach. They've never gone through sales, marketing, branding. They haven't even learned their craft. So patience, learn your craft. It might take 5 to 7 years, but lay that foundation before you think of really having massive branding.
Amazing.
The second thing with abundant thinking is really not to care what people think.
Okay.
People always think I'm crazy, yeah? But today they think, oh, he's crazy, that's great. So don't worry
Something refreshing.
Just focus on what you're trying to achieve and the people you're trying to help.
If I may interrupt you, in words of one of my business mentors, he said, John Holovati, a network marketer and multimillionaire, he said to me, Jasmina, other people's opinions won't pay your bills. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that, but I do have a caveat to that, because if I'm a train robber, and one of my
hopefully you're not.
And one of my friends, she is one of 2 people who's allowed to interview psychopaths in prisons. Both train robbers and psychopaths make money, and psychopaths really don't care. So I have a caveat. As long as you're adding value in your heart, you know you're adding value to people.
But this is a wellness TV news.
Yes,
so we kind of have that assumption about the people.
I know, some people think they're helping
Right.
people, and they're really not. I don't know what planet they're on.
Is there anything else that you would like to add in addition to patience and tapping into abundance mindset?
So probably the same mentor said, surround yourself with people who love you, who love Jasmina Paul.
Who uplift you, who make you feel good.
They may not be able to give you finance, they may not be able to, but overall they want you to do well.
Exactly.
And I think you'll find yourself surrounded by many people especially in the personal development world, who say one thing, but internally they're jealous and they're envious, and they will do things that isn't to your support behind your back, which is kind of relevant to most business anyway. But just be aware of that, and also accept that is part of the journey. Remember the abundant thinking. Okay, for every 3 great people I can turn, I need somebody who does stuff to me. Yeah.
Well, in many ways, what I've noticed with that abundance mindset, that people who have achieved wealth and success in their life, is that they are able to hold energy, whether that's energy positive or negative. They're able to be there and be present with both negativity and positivity in their lives, and I think that's where our strength lies.
So I think you're absolutely so right there. So those are a few. In fact, on my Instagram, I'm just doing a 1 minute every day.
Amazing.
On different aspects of abundance thinking and living.
Wow, could you share your Instagram handle with our audience?
It's Ben Chai Official, and every day I just do a minute on one new abundant kind of thought, and how it's different from either positive thinking or some of the life challenges. Like, for example, I've got friends who say, Ben, I've been giving value to all these people forever, and I just get crap giving back to me, and I've lost money, and so how can you say this is good? And I'm saying, well, abundance thinking does due diligence in the person. And by you constantly giving to someone, you're actually not helping them at all. You're not giving them value. You're making them dependent on you.
It's feeling balanced both with giving and receiving in your life, which is really ultimately our goal.
Correct. And I used to be one of those people who overgave. But that made people I was working with feel... Well, it made them feel like they needed to give something back to me, and that's a terrible position for me to put somebody else in.
I understand. No, that's an interesting perspective, and new one, and very refreshing, I must say. But definitely something to think about and reflect on. And I truly appreciate you, Ben, for everything that you do. I follow you on social media.
Thank you.
I follow your work. You are so inspirational, and you help all of us business owners and entrepreneurs become better version of ourselves. So, thank you for being Wellness TV News guest.
Thank you. Yay!
Yay!
Yay, everybody!